Do you want a reliable way to buy and sell cheap Rocket League items? Visit AOEAH.com and use code DILLBOBS at checkout for a special discount. Yo, what is going on guys, DILLBOBS here and welcome back to a brand new Rocket League video here on the channel. Now today we will be taking a look at a specific Easter egg on Rocket League that is actually quite consistent through different maps and different parts of Rocket League. So as you probably know, the MOAI head Easter egg, basically you've probably seen videos about this. You can actually put in the Konami code at the start of the game on the loading screen, and you will be given a secret MOAI head antenna. Now that's just the start of a whole bunch of Easter eggs. So I've actually found, looked into and figured out every single MOAI head known so far and every location put into a simple video for you guys, so you guys can see all the Easter eggs that have been discovered so far and you can see where to find them yourself, because you know how satisfying it is when you see an Easter egg that you've seen on a video. It's so much more satisfying when you get to see it there in real life on the screen, you know, like it's just so much better. So let's just jump straight into this. The first one is on Wastelands. Now, well, it's not really called Wastelands anymore, it's called Badlands because it's the larger version, because as you know, Wastelands was actually turned into a normal map again, so it was the normal size, but you can still go on private match and it's called Badlands Night. This is only on the night one, I'm not sure why, but it isn't on the daytime one. I think maybe so it blends in a bit more of an Easter egg. But what you want to do on Badlands Night is you want to look over to the orange side of the map. So once you go to the orange team side, you want to look over into the corner and you can actually see these MOAI head statues off into the distance. Now these are really cool, they blend in to the environment really well and they just look pretty cool when you actually zoom in. So if you go into a replay, you can zoom in and see them really good. But yeah, as you can see, there's sort of this rocky texture, and you can actually see that they are proper MOAI heads. And if you didn't know, MOAI heads basically originated from Easter Island, which is pretty cool how they're Easter eggs. But they originated in sort of Easter Island, where they built these stone statues, and no one really knows why they were there. And it sort of resembles that on Wasteland or Badlands. They're just sort of there for no reason, just sticking out, and it's quite cool how such big objects are just placed in the far distance of the map, and that's quite a consistent theme throughout quite a bit of it. So what I actually did after that was jumped into free play and glitched outside of the map, and I flew off into the distance, and actually these MOAI heads are a lot further away than they look. But basically I sped it up for you guys because this was such a boring process, but by the time I got there, I could see them actually right up close. They looked freaking insane. So as you can see, it was quite hard to keep control because the orientation was a bit weird when you're really far away out of the map. You don't know what's up or what's down really. But basically, as you can see, we are getting right up close to the MOAI heads, and you can see that they are just this rocky texture and look pretty cool. And it's amazing how large they are, but they're so, like, no one notices them. And I think that's the main reason they put it on the nighttime. So hopefully guys, if you jump into a replay of Badlands, or just make a private match, score one goal and then replay, just have a look, they look pretty cool. So next up we have Champions Field. Now on Champions Field you can see these light drone things. Basically there's these drones that fly around and follow the ball with a light on it. It's like spotlight drones to keep the spotlight on. What you want to do is go onto a saved replay, and if you actually zoom in on them, you can see they have the MOAI head on top. That's right, they have a printed MOAI head logo on top. As you can see the nose, the eyes, the mouth, which is pretty cool how they're just lying there in places that you see so often, but you can never actually see the MOAI heads. It's really cool. And also the blimp that flies around above, that actually has a MOAI head logo on. Now that is pretty cool, but I was like, it was a bit blurry, you know. I wasn't too happy with this because, you know, you can't really see it. So I decided to glitch outside the map and go right up to the blimp. Now as you can see, we flew right up to the rear side of the blimp and you can actually see the MOAI logo. So as you can see, very similar to the one on top of the drones, you can see the MOAI head inside a circle, and it's quite blurry because that effect sort of It's basically when it's really far away, they don't need to make it so sharp and crisp because you wouldn't be able to see it anyway. But as you can see, the MOAI head is actually on the blimp, which is insane. No one would have thought to look over there, or up there must I say, but that's pretty cool. Another one on Champions Field, on the scoreboard, hanging scoreboard above the map. If you don't know what I'm on about, just jump into a game on Champions Field and look up. You'll see that scoreboard sort of thing that you have in basketball games and things like that. Well, on top of the scoreboard is a MOAI head. Now you can actually see there, it's really blurry because what actually happens is when I glitch outside of the map, if you fly near that scoreboard, you actually get teleported back down. As you can see, a bit easier there, but watch this. It's like they don't want us to go there. Bam. As soon as you get near it, it teleports you down. So I think what they're trying to do is not let you go there. So it's a bit weird how they don't want you to see it. But here I found a video of someone who got much closer. They went into the alpha console and got to look around anywhere they want, but they actually went up close to prove to you that it is actually a MOAI head. As you can see there, a MOAI head figure on top of it. It's so cool how the developers actually put these just hidden around. I mean, if I ever developed a game, I would definitely do this. Next up we have Arc, or Octagon as it's called. Now, what you actually want to do, it's really hard to do because there's a bunch of barriers, but you can look at this on the replay. I'll show you at the end, but basically I glitched out the map, and if you look out into the distance when you're on the map, you'll see that you're on a massive ring around a planet that's basically been inhabited. What you do is, if you fly super far away, this took a good 3 minutes to fly away at full speed, you can actually see here, there is a freaking MOAI head. That's right, a MOAI head this far away from the map. As you can see when I look backwards, you can sort of see where the map actually is and see how far away we actually are. So here you can see quite a good look at it. This is the MOAI head, just that grey sort of colour, the grey texture. It's just not been worked on much. They've just chucked it in there because it's a secret. That's the point of Easter eggs. So to be honest, if things are being placed this far outside the map, we should get looking outside the map on other arenas. Like, I have looked at every arena and looked outside the map for miles, and I've not found any MOAI heads, but I bet you every map probably has one of these. We're just not looking hard enough. So guys, if there is any more MOAI heads found, I will definitely let you know straight away. But as you can see, we are miles away from the arena. So if you actually look at the arena, you want to look at the blue side off into the distance, and you can actually see it just about. But if you zoom in on the replay, you can see it is right there. The MOAI head is there the whole time. We've been staring at it, and it's gone completely over our heads. Do you know why? Because it looks like, well, first of all, it's grey, in a grey area in space, but second of all, it looks like the sort of the posts, for the structural posts that are sort of holding up all of the, whatever you call this, the ring that we live on, that we now live on or something. But basically, oh my god, it just blows my mind how cool this is, to be honest, because think about it, it's all been there this whole time. We've been playing Arc, Starbase Arc has been out for ages, and it's been there the whole time. So anyway, last but not least, it is a very cool MOAI head secret spot, because it's on Farmstead. If you actually look at the tire swing, which is pretty much a really, oh, well, there you go, as you can see, there's a MOAI head sitting in the tire swing. But the tire swing is like what our main focus on that map. It's sort of where your focus goes to when you think of that map. You think of Farmstead, you think of that tire swing. Like, don't deny it. Even in the Rocket League advert for, what do you call it, advert? Yeah, the trailer, sorry. The trailer for Farmstead, it started off by going through that tyre. So the MOAI head is actually sat in the tyre. Now, I tried to glitch outside the map and go near it. Again, it teleported me back to the arena every time I went near the tyre swing. So I think this sort of a thing, they're trying to like keep us away from the MOAI heads. But if you're actually playing Rocket League normally, you can hardly see the MOAI. If you look really closely, you might see a tiny glimpse of it. But basically, the sunlight reflects and glares through the tyre. It's impossible to see, like actually impossible. So how people find this, it was pretty cool. They just jump into the replay and zoom in, and you can actually see the MOAI head. So there it is, guys. that is the last of the actual MOAI heads on the maps. There is some MOAI heads on decals and stuff, hidden MOAI heads, but they're not actually 3D things, really. They're not in map. So basically, guys, hopefully you did enjoy this video. I want you guys to all go and check out every single one of these on Rocket League yourselves. Jump into replays and zoom into them because they are insane. It's so cool to see yourself the secret MOAI heads, and I can't wait for people to discover more MOAI heads or in new maps in the future. I hope there's more MOAI secrets, and maybe there's even more secrets that have gone straight over our heads and we've not even seen yet. So anyway, guys, hopefully you did enjoy this video, all the locations of the MOAI heads. Anyway, guys, have a good day. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.